So guys, welcome to a new video. This is so off the cuff. I was literally sat watching golf like 20 seconds ago. I hadn't even done my hair. This video is, give me 1 minute, I've got to do my hair at least. Right, and we are back. So in today's video, I've wanted to do this for a while. I've wanted to create a different style of content, but it's something I've wanted to do for you guys for a while. Pairing with the content that we are doing, where we're vlogging our journey, we're going through and showing all of the ins and outs, all of the ups and downs of our business journey. We wanted to do some content which is a little bit more, will help anyone at any time. You can understand, you can watch this content, and if you're at the beginning of the journey, it's going to add value to you, and you can find this at any point. So this is going to be some really, really valuable content for you guys getting started in the property space. And if you guys have got any questions and you need any advice on anything, please hit us up in the comments below. But I thought, what perfect way to start these types of videos than starting with how to get your first rent to serviced accommodation deal, because this was the fundamentals of the start of my journey. Whether it was deal sourcing or actually taking on my first rent to rent, finding these property deals and understanding where to look for these property deals and what types of properties to look for was so important. And I think understanding this can help you guys and give you guys some clarity on about where you want to go. And if you listen to this video and you're like, right, Adam, I would really like some support and some help with this, then you can reach out to us, because we do run something called the Source Your Own program. And the Source Your Own program is basically where myself and my team will work with you from taking on your first property, finding it, negotiating with the landlord, getting all the legal side of things setting up, to the end to making your property make money with the correct marketing, setting up your listings in the right way, understanding how to use all your channel management, staging the property right, and every part of it in between. It's not just a program where you're finding a rent-to-rent deal and then you're done. It's a full process to give you guys the full business model. So if you want to learn more about that, the link to that will be in the top link in the description. It's called just Source Your Own program. Book in a call, we can have a chat, see if it's going to be a good fit for you. Now, what we want to talk about is the fundamentals of finding serviced accommodation deals, finding rent to serviced accommodation deals. And the first part that we're going to be talking about is your area analysis, your patch. And when we're talking about the patch, I like to break this down into two key areas. If you've done any stocks and shares or any trading before, or been in any of this kind of world, you will know what fundamental and technical analysis is. And basically we use the same model to analyze whether a property deal is going to be worth investing in, whether an area is going to be worth investing in. So if the fundamentals don't add up, we're not going to go with a deal. If the technicals don't add up, if the numbers don't add up, we're not going to go with a deal. It's all about balancing the two out to make sure we know which is going to be the best areas, which is going to give us the best returns, and which is going to give us the best opportunity to make money in the world of property as well. So we're going to start out with the fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is basically what is going on in the real world, what is happening in the world around us that's going to make people want to stay in a certain area. We're going to pick Birmingham, for example. It's a big major city. A lot of people try and do rent service accommodation in there. Because a lot of people do it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It means that we've got good competition in that area. It means that we've got a lot of people are doing it because there's a lot of stuff that goes on there and a lot of stuff works. So if we pick Birmingham as an area, for example, what is going on in Birmingham and the surrounding areas which is going to make people want to come and stay for the serviced accommodation stuff. So this is where you need to decide, are you going to be doing holiday lets? You might be looking at cottages and barn conversions and doing like a really premium hot tub vibe kind of thing, or is it going to be more of like a contractor pad where you're going to be getting contractors there, or like working professionals that are working away from home, or is it just going to be like the general holiday let market that you're going to be trying to target? And that's up to you. That's what your business model is. So you need to decide on what kind of model you are wanting, and then that is going to lead to kind of what types of properties you want. So if we use the example of you've just got a barn conversion and it's going to be amazing, but then you're targeting contractors, I don't really see like a team of like 5 or 6 builders sat in a hot tub sipping Prosecco on a Friday night kind of vibe. I don't know if you get me with that, but it's like the idea is that we're looking for things where people are going to want to come to this area. Maybe a 3-bedroom house on the outskirts of the city centre with nice driveway parking so a van is safe is going to be something that's going to appeal to the contractors. So you need to decide on your market and what you're going to be looking for. And then this would be like where you say you get the cottage and the barn conversion in somewhere like the Lake District, which is going to be really nice. But if you're in a city centre and you're looking at these kind of areas, I'm not saying that that wouldn't work, but what I'm saying is that you've got to think about the market for the property as well. So if we go onto the computer and see kind of what is going to bring people to Birmingham, I always like to start by going Birmingham development plans, regeneration. we have a look at some of these articles that the council's going to put out there. They've got a big 20-year plan. So they're providing over 5,000 new homes with leisure facilities and things like that. That's going to be a lot of money there, contributing, creating over 50,000 jobs. That's always a good sign. So there's a lot of development projects going on, and there's a lot of things going on around Birmingham here that's going to be driving builders, contractors, temporary workers to the area. And it also gives us a good idea about when we're going to be pitching the idea of a service accommodation to landlords, how we can develop our script. Like, this is really, really key. This is really important. We've got a little bit of the fundamental analysis here. So then we can have a look at, we'll go on Airbnb and we'll just check some kind of local prices for that there. So if we go Birmingham, I'm going to be like kind of thinking about the market here of being like, I am a contractor staying from Monday to Friday in November, and there's a team of 4 of us that are going. So I'm thinking, right, well, I'd kind of like to think that I want, how many beds? We need 4 beds, definitely need 4 beds. Bedrooms, we're going to say we need 4 bedrooms, and 2 bathrooms would be nice. Want parking access, and we're going to kind of see, okay, we're creating a little bit of an idea now of what we've got. We can see, okay, these are the prices that we can charge. A key thing with this as well, when you're looking at prices, always click on the property, because the prices that are on there, like that's £135 a night, whereas when we were on here, it was saying £166 a night. So you're looking at the average nightly rate because Airbnb are adding the cleaning fee onto that, and you're remembering that you're not pocketing the cleaning fee. So always look at what the actual average nightly rate of the property is itself. So we've got this one here, which is quite nice, 4-bedroom apartment. I bet some of you guys that have done my marketing courses are going to have properties on here as well. But we can kind of get a little bit of an idea, okay, that we're looking 135 a night there. What is this one? We're about 110. 103 a night there. So we're looking that in middle of November, obviously it's a lower season, but a Monday to Friday booking here, we might be looking at around 110, 115 a night, because these properties are all quite nice. So we can get a little bit of an idea about them numbers there. And then we can think about, okay, well, if we've got our rent, we've got our bills, we've got Wi-Fi, council tax, water, gas, electricity. We have our channel management fee, so the system that we're going to use to manage everything. We've got all of these numbers together. We can start adding them all together, and then that's going to give us our total that we're going to need to be able to make for the month. So if we're going to get 115 a night, just using the averages of what we got there, I'm going to times that by 30. We're going to get £3,450 a month. So that's at 100% occupied. So we're going to times that by 70%. So we're going to times that by 0.7, which is going to give us our total at 70% occupancy. Then we're going to be saying that the rent is £1,200. We're going to be saying that the bills is 200. We're going to be saying that the Wi-Fi is 30. We're going to be saying that the council tax is 100. And then maintenance, miscellaneous, we're going to be taking off another 100 there, and then take off £35 for our channel management fees. We're getting £750 at 70% occupancy. And that is just a very, very basic, very quick working out about it. But for a property that you don't own, £750 profit a month, pretty good for me there. I think that that's pretty good. And then obviously you can work out what your numbers at like 50% and 100%. If you guys work with us directly, we do have spreadsheets for all of this, and I'm going to be able to help you work this out all a lot more. But I just think that finding these numbers out and giving yourself a little bit more of an idea about what your kind of technical analysis is, your numbers and what rent you can be paying in the area is going to be. And I don't think £1,200 a month for a 3-bedroom house is massively out of the scope of realism there. So once you've found what your technical and your fundamental analysis is saying, you can be like, yep, this area is going to work for these kind of things because there's this kind of demand going on in the area, and the numbers are going to say this, so the numbers are going to work to make us a profit on a property that we don't even own, that we're going to be renting out. And that is the beauty of the rent to service accommodation model. So I really, really hope that there has given you guys a little bit of an insight. But one thing that I did really want to touch on again, going into the next part about it, and we might do more videos on this in terms of like the next video that I do, might be about finding more properties, and it might be about kind of what you do when you're coming into a pitch with a landlord and that kind of thing. I think a really, really key thing with that is using these fundamental analysis things that you found, the big city plan. All of these different things are going to be trigger words that you can use when you're putting your pitch together to landlords. And then these are also trigger words that you can use when you can look for the companies that are going to be involved in this. So like if you go onto LinkedIn and you search a Bridge Street regeneration, some jobs might come up on LinkedIn, and you might be able to see what companies are being involved with them, and you can potentially contact them and tell them about the properties that you've got available, or the properties that you're going to have available, and whether they're going to want to use them. And there's so much more stuff to it than just kind of like hitting the phones and getting landlords on board. I think coming up with a plan about what you're going to be doing with with the property when you get it is a really, really key fundamental thing that a lot of people out there don't talk about. So make sure you've got your fundamental analysis right, make sure you've got your technical analysis right, and then now that you've done this, you can like get your patch together, get your ideas together, get your pitch together. Then we can start attacking landlords, we can start hitting the phones, we can start speaking to agents, and we can get people to buy into the ideas of what we are doing as a business. So I'm going to leave this episode here. I've now probably left it on a little bit of a cliffhanger. You're like, but how do I get properties? We'll do that in the next episode. So if you guys have got any questions that you want me to go over in next week's episode, then let me know. But we are going to be getting into the world of rent to service accommodation a little bit more. And once again, if you guys want more one-to-one support with this, working with myself and my team directly, then I'll leave a link at the top of the description. You can book in a call, we can have a chat, see if what we offer is going to be a good fit for you. And remember, it's not just about finding the property, it's about making that property make money, the A to Z of rent to service accommodation. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Please subscribe, share the video if you found it useful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.